Recording in progress.
Let's go ahead. Charge of GST. Now, most of it, yeah, we have already covered the basics. Okay, from this chapter, lots of things may be repetitive. So only unique thing under this chapter will be what two things: RCM, okay, and your composition dealer or composition tax. Okay, so these two things what you have to cover from these two from this chapter, charge of GST. Remaining other things we have completely covered. All right, everybody, chalega. So what are we going to check? The transaction on which reverse charge mechanism is applicable. Is it okay? Other things you have already seen. Okay, from the entire syllabus, remaining things we have already seen. So what is interest rate supply? What is interest rate supply? This तो we have already covered ना बच्चों, है ना? All right. So again, there will be repetitive. Okay, business definition of business, definition of consideration. Reverse charge means the liability to pay. Come to page 3.6. Means the liability to pay tax by the recipient of the supply of goods or services or both instead of the supplier. है ना? Under section 9.3 or 9.4 of the CGST or 5.3 or 5.4 of the IGST. So normally बच्चों simple example what I had given you. When A makes some supply to B, है ना everybody? If we charge, if his amount is 100 rupees, okay, without tax, and if A बच्चों charges 18 rupees or let us say 18% GST and makes an invoice of 118 and gives बच्चों this invoice to B, this बच्चों forward charge or reverse charge? This बच्चों forward charge. Clear earlier all of you? है ना? This invoice which he has given to B. So B will pay बच्चों enter 118 to A. A will keep his 100 rupees for himself and 18 rupees to the government after reducing his own ITC. This little bit basics we had seen. Correct earlier? But when A makes a supply, again, है ना, of 100 rupees only, but his invoice amount is of 100 rupees only. He is not charging any tax for the transactions which we are going to see in some time. So invoice value बच्चों from supply to from A to B is 100. Correct earlier? B is also going to pay him 100 only, no doubt about it. So that is not an issue. But B will बच्चों when the recipient calculates and himself बच्चों pays tax to the government, that बच्चों tax is on reverse charge basis. This basics we had covered everybody, है ना? So tax is बच्चों collected as well as paid by the recipient directly to the government because the transaction is under reverse charge basis. Yes, Chalya? And those details of transaction which are given in 9.3 and 9.4 which we have to cover now. We have covered section 7, section 8 also. 7 was supply, 8 was what बच्चों? Composite and mixed supply, that also we had seen. हाँ या ना? Correct everybody? Sure. चलो GST बच्चों CGST extends to whole of India, है ना? And look at the definition of India. More than that, I like this diagram. Okay, look at the diagram. Can there be supply on land? Absolutely yes. On water? Yes. Transport of goods, transport of passengers? Yes, still here. In air? Again, transport of goods, transport of passengers? Yes, still here. Anything else also? है ना? और supply बच्चों through telecommunication, है ना? So only land. This is your baseline. Then the territorial water starts. Generally, बच्चों, what do we say? Our this goes to up to how much? Your territory बच्चों goes up to 12 nautical miles. Remember ना? This I think we had also seen in income tax. Yes, still here. They are territorial waters. Then contiguous zone. Then exclusive economic zone, which you can fish, use it as such. Okay. And then we have after that high seas. Okay. So again, as per some geographical, you can say bifurcation, your high sea, etc. starts. Already clear all of you? You have to remember anything out of here? Nothing. You don't have to remember anything out of here. All right? All right. So levy and collection of CGST and IGST. Okay. Section 9 of the CGST Act. Ready, everybody? All right. Chalo, let's start. तो CGST बच्चों is levied on all intra. This we have already done, है ना? Finally, that is also we have covered. Then it shall be collected in such manner as may be prescribed, but other than what बच्चों? Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. This also we have done. Value of supply and time of supply we have already covered, है ना? Section 15 for value of supply. This we already covered. Inclusions and exclusions. Pay attention now. Rates of CGST. Okay, Nathan, no problem. So rates of CGST are rates as may be notified with the government on the recommendation of the GST Council. This rates also we'll see in some time. Maximum rate of CGST is 20% or can be 20%. Can be. Okay, everybody. Right now, okay, just pay attention. If at all I say the GST rate is 18%, okay, that is just one of the, that is just बच्चों combination of two rates ना. It is CGST 9 and let us say SGST 9. Are you getting my point or no, everybody? So the tax rate which you are levying finally, it is combination of, normally if for intrastate it is combination of two rates, CG and SG. And IGST bachcho, I had told you sometime, I think, that IGST is nothing but sum total of both of them. Clear all of you? Yes. So here when they are saying the maximum rate of CGST can be 20%, means the total levy bachcho can be maximum 40% on a rare case. But right now on luxury items bachcho, right now on luxury items, we are charging 28%. You and me bachcho, we will call it as luxury items. But government says this needs to be taxed at highest rates, 28%. Okay? That is again from government's point of view. So here governments can shift for a particular goods or services the tax bracket. So the tax bracket is 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28% also. Yes, clear all of you? So depends on category to category. Clearly all of you? So you just see na, the logic from 0% and slowly you're going towards 20% means 0% and nearby are basic. They are kind of still necessities. Very much normal commercial 18%. And more than that luxury items 28%. Got it clear all of you? Yes. So if we are collecting much 28%, that means we are collecting how much? 14 and 14. I hope this is clear. Underline this line, which come on page 3.11. IGST bachcho is the sum total of CG and SG or CG plus UT. Therefore, maximum rate of IGST bachcho can be 40%. Just now I told you. Did you understand or no? If bachcho CG can be 20%, so respectively others can also be 20. So 20 plus 20, 40 on a higher side, IGST. Clear till here? These 5 items we've already seen. No GST applicable yet on it, है ना? No rate has been given for these 5 items. Motor spirit बच्चों is also called as petrol, or petrol is also called as motor spirit. ठीक है? Ready? So tax payable on supply of goods or services are both under reverse charge. Okay? So the tax will be also paid by recipient of the goods or services are both on reverse charge in the following cases. Case number 1, case number 2, pay attention. First one, supply of such goods or services are both as notified by the government. Okay, the notified goods and services or both, supply of those items. So directly bachcho list is given on those, that list of items, RCM applicable. Supply of specified categories of goods or services or both by a URD to RD. हाँ है ना बच्चों? Okay, as again notified by government on the recommendation of the council. What are we understanding bachcho here? See, if it is RD to RD, URD, remember na, what is RD? Registered dealer. URD, unregistered dealer. Is it okay everybody? Here they use the word supplier, I am using the word dealer. So registered dealer to registered dealer bachcho. Okay, if it is notified then RCM applicable. है ना? Clear till here? But URD to RD, again specified categories of goods or services. Yes, till here? Again same thing. Only for specified, not for all, no. Specified goods or services. Then on that, bachcho, RCM is applicable. Fine, everybody? All right? Now, no. So basically, we'll just bifurcate between two of them. Okay? Notified goods, this category, notified goods or services are both. And secondly, if it is URD to RD, then special categories only. All right? So all the provisions of the Act will apply to the recipient as if he is the person liable to pay tax. है ना? Obviously, all the liability, बच्चों, duty, responsibility, compliance has to be done by the recipient, ना बच्चों, है ना? Recipient. Ready? चलो. Look at the definition. Just now we covered. Reverse charge means liability to pay tax on the recipient of the supply of goods or services or supply of services instead of recipient in respect of notified categories of supply. Check. Under reverse charge mechanism, the statutory liability to deposit GST, compliance, है ना, all of that will be done by whom, बच्चों? The recipient. That burden shifts from supplier to recipient. I think I told you also, when the supplier is unorganized, is in an unorganized sector, supplier, है ना, or he is a small supplier, or he's not such a big supplier that he can do all the compliances. In that case, we shift the burden on the recipient. Most of the cases, I'm telling you right now, wherever a business entity is the recipient. Business entity means what? Any legal person conducting business. If they are taking the service or the goods, then most of the cases you will see business entity has to do the compliances. Okay, they may take the goods or services from small vendors. Those small vendors are unable to do the compliances. So the recipient will calculate and pay as well as deposit the tax and file returns also. Who? Recipient. Okay. So two types, 9.3 and 9.4. Okay, 9.3 and 9.4 is bachcho for what? URD to RD. Clear till here? So 9.3 and 9.4 RCM under both of them. But this is for URD to RD specially. हाँ है ना बच्चों? Clear till here? And here specified categories. So the other remaining will be what? RD to RD only, na? Yes, Celia? See, who will be doing the compliances? This guy. So this has to be registered or no? Who will be doing the compliances? Registered, recipient registered, recipient is registered. So one case is URD, other case is what, bacho? RD to RD. Clear till here, everybody? Fine. Can we go ahead? Chalo. So let us first focus on 9.3. Supply of goods taxable under reverse charge. Okay. So where tax is payable by recipient. Question is not asked much on this. Not asked. Pay attention. Where goods like cashew nuts, not shelled or peeled. Okay. The raw original cashew nuts. BD wrapper leaves. I think we have discussed tendu leaves, I think. Or tobacco leaves and raw cotton. Check now. When supplied by an agriculturist to any registered person. Yes, still here, everybody? We're talking of goods now. Okay, everybody? Supply of lottery. When supplied by state government, union territory or any local authority to lottery distributor or selling agent. Supply of lottery tickets. That means this license, or you can say again approval. Silk yarn. When supplied by manufacturer of silk yarn to any registered person. Used vehicles. seized or confiscated goods, old and used goods, waste and scrap, when supplied by government to any registered person, बच्चों, are all taxable under reverse charge. Already clear? Are all taxable under reverse charge. So in 9.3, बच्चों, RD to RD is there, but again there are other cases also. Okay, clear cut given to us. Check here. Example of goods on which tax is payable under RCM is not relevant for exam. So completely ignore. Not for exams. Clear till here, all of you? So goods on which RCM is applicable, don't use our brains. Okay or no? They have given till here. Mainly I told you what is more famous? Services. On which all services RCM is applicable. You have to save your time also, na bachcho. That's why. Chalega? Ready or no? Alright. So where the tax shall be paid on reverse charge basis by the recipient of the service. 9.3 but services now. Ready? Chalo. Category of supply of service. Supplier of service, recipient of service. Ready? Be careful and please be attentive now. Okay? Who's going to do all the compliances? Recipient. So these three things should match. You know? Supplier has some rules, conditions. Recipient has some rules, conditions. So if there is proper matching or tie and the type of service, you know, these three things all match, then bachcho RCM is applicable. Okay? Check. First of all, what is the service? Supply of service by goods transport agency. है ना? Look at the wordings. Who's the supplier? But who's the supplier? GTA, goods transport agency. If you want, you can call him as transporter. है ना? Find it, yeah? Supplier. Who are the recipients? In respect of goods, in respect of transportation of goods by road. ठीक है? Transporter by road. Clear till here, all of you? 2. Check here. Who is the recipient? Factory. You know, look at all the wordings now. I'll not write all of them because there are 5. I think many of them. Check. Factory. Any factory registered under or governed by Factories Act 1948. Any society registered. All of this will be registered only. Okay. Or any cooperative society established by or under any law. Any person registered under CGST Act or IGST Act or SGST Act or UTGST Act, or any body corporate established by or under any law, or any partnership firm, whether registered or not. But in Partnership Act we give both of them same importance. At least they are, you can say available, or you can say they are a partnership firm. We don't say they are not a partnership firm at all. No? There are disadvantages of having an unregistered partnership firm. There are disadvantages. But do you deny their existence? They exist. The unregistered partnership firm exist. Clear? So any partnership firm, whether registered or not registered, including AOP, association person, or any casual taxable person. Yes, still everybody. If this matching happens, then we are going to see about RCM. Okay? So factory, if you want, you can quickly write in your notebook also if you want. There will be many of them. Okay, so one page you can write for whatever you think is important. Okay, ready? So who are the recipient? Factory. I'm not writing every word. Factory registered under Factories Act. Then society. Then cooperative society. Yes, Celia. Then registered person. RD means what? Registered dealer. Okay, RD bachcho for our short form is what? Registered dealer. Okay. Any kind of body corporate. This body corporate bachcho will include company or no? Include, no? Body corporate or bachcho CTP. Sorry, partnership firm. CTP. Casual taxable person. Yes, Celia? Done, all of you? If this matching happens between these parties, obviously one more condition is remaining. That condition also will check. So I hope you're understanding. The matching between supplier, recipient, type of service. This is the bare minimum. If these things match, then bachcho RCM liability may be there on the recipient. Clear till here? Now why? Look at the examples. I've been telling you this many times. All these examples right now, are they business entities or no? Or doing some business activities? Isn't it? All of them. They are, but they are registered. Yeah, not just registered. Not just registered. That is by default. Obviously, when you talk about GST law being applicable, the GST law is applicable only on the registered person. So they are by default normally registered. Okay. But they are business entities. Is he बच्चों providing anything goods transport of school or college? नहीं ना. Or any personal transport? Personal बच्चों anything transaction? No. Or for a proprietor? Unregistered proprietor? No. Yes, all of you. So all of them were completely doing bachcho business, and they are registered, no doubt about it, and they can do it also. And this guy bachcho keeps on traveling. I told you that. So they are given the relaxation. Clear till here? He will not bachcho put it on his invoice, collect GST, pay GST, file returns. He will be like, I should drive my truck or file the GST returns. है ना? He'll be driving bachcho throughout the country, from where all he will, what you will say, register himself. What is his place of supply? That will becomes bachcho problematic. है ना? Because he may get bachcho orders from anywhere. Na? He goes to deliver in Chennai, and then again from Chennai he gets one more order. So the place of supply will keep on changing. He will bachcho have to register. There will be again very much difficult process for him in majority of the cases. Okay, those are very very big corporations. Then yes, they may have a proper office, and then they may be having different branches also. Clear till here? All right. Then, so supplier of service, GTA, check. Okay, this recipient is done. Okay, recipient we have just now written. So recipient, those are five categories. Hey, can you five? No, how many? Five, six, seven of them. Okay, seven categories. Please keep that in mind. Okay, seven of them. Recipients are seven. But now check which kind of GTA. GTA who has not paid CGST at the rate of 6%. Means again they have option. Okay, they have option to pay a lower amount of tax on forward charge basis, or they may not levy that amount and the tax will be paid on reverse charge basis. We'll come to that. Board corporate बच्चों obviously includes companies also, है ना? चलो, come here, page 3.24. Come to बच्चों page 3.24. We are doing what RCM. Okay. Ready everybody? GTA, this concept overall, GTA services, okay, are taxable at following two rates. So there are options, two rates. All right, 5% or 12%. When we write this, you can say bigger rate or bigger amount. It means it is part of two taxes. Are you getting my point or no? So if written 5% means half of, shared between CGST and SGST or whatever. Okay, and 12% means 6. So we'll right now focus on only main rate, 5% and 12%. What rates I told you, bachcho? 0, 5, 12, 18, 28. Clear till here, all of you? And हाँ या ना? So 5 and 12 bachcho are still on a lower side. Goods transport directly hits inflation. Again, one of the backbone or necessities of our industry. Clear till here? So again, it is still on a lower side. Clear? Chalo. Use common sense is okay. They are providing service, all of you. These guys are providing service of transport of goods. Correct? It is in facing that direction, so don't get confused. Okay. So output bachcho obviously they are charging GST. Hai ki nahi? Understand? Okay. Just try to understand from their point of view. Output to bachcho they may charge GST. They may charge GST for service. Okay, everybody. What is the major expenditure? on purchases or spent. Where do they spend, बच्चों? You can just tell me anything, whatever you think. Where all do they spend? Very good, Akshay. The majority बच्चों cost is going to be what? Fuel. हाँ या ना? And do they get credit of fuel? No. Because fuel बच्चों, diesel, petrol, what petrol तो forget it, but diesel etc. is still obviously not yet under GST. So the majority of the cost he is going to incur, है कि नहीं बच्चों? For that he will not be getting what his ITC. Clear till here? So why will you do all the compliances and all of that unnecessarily? है ना? He may be registered. That is the reason also we have one more scheme in we are going to do in this chapter only, composition dealer. Same thing. Okay, all of you? Fine. है ना? Yeah, repairs are there, tires are there, capital expenditure, the garage repairing, everything will be there. That also is there. But again, not a substantial cost overall. Okay? You may say, what about buying the truck only? That is also allowed in furtherance of the business. Ready, everybody? Chalo. Two rates. 5%. Provided, now you get lower tax, provided GTA has not taken any ITC on goods or services used in supplying transportation of goods by road service. Simply, you can just highlight he has not taken ITC. Okay? Don't write on anything yet. So now no ITC, therefore lower output tax rate. No ITC, but therefore what? Lower output tax rate. Clear to all of you? And if he is claiming ITC, then 12%. Yes or no, all of you? Are हाँ या ना? So at 5%, provided GTA has not taken ITC on the goods or services used in supplying. Goods or services used in supplying. Goods means what? Fuel is also good, but he can't take ITC. Goods, tire, goods, oil. He has used na bachcho. Services, repairing. What else? Okay? Or 12% where GTA opts to pay GST at the said rate on transportation of goods and services supplied by it. In this case, no restriction on availing ITC. That means ITC is allowed. Clear earlier? So two options we have. In the following paras, wow. We have explained as to who is responsible or who is the person liable to pay tax in case of each of the above two rates. Okay, everybody? Ready? Sure. What did we just now see, bachcho, in RCM 9.3? 9.3 only we saw, na? GTA to those 7 recipients, RECIP. What was it written over there? If GTA pays or does not pay? Does not, na? Are हाँ या ना? At the rate of 6%? Are tell me quickly. If GTA does not pay at the rate of 6%, CGST or SGST, something is written over there. SGST. That is tax. That is what? 12%. हाँ या ना? Understand. Look at the wordings given in the textbook. What is written in the textbook? What is the page number? Tell me quickly. Check. Here. GTA. Okay. Page number 3.13. Huh. GTA who has not paid CGST at 6%. Clear till here? So if not 6%, this bachcho should not be shown as CGST 6% bachcho. What is my tax rate? That is 12%. So if he is not paying at 12%, he is paying at what rate? Or what rate will be applicable? 5%. कुछ समझा कि नहीं? All of you tell me. Nitin beta. Tax rate is how many बच्चों? Let me just put it this way. Otherwise, we'll get again a little bit confused. This is 2.5 plus 2.5. Agreed. This is 6 plus 6. Agreed. Hi, Anna. Huh. RCM is applicable if GTA does not pay tax at the rate of 6%, whatever that CGST was written over there. This is no, okay. That means he has taken under which scheme? He's taking under this scheme. So if here the dealer is not going to claim ITC, hi Anna, then can you tell me if I write down here number 1 and number 2? Is it okay? Number 1 and number 2 I've written here. Okay, here. Okay. Can you tell me RCM is getting applicable where? Can you tell me RCM is getting applicable where? 1 or 2? Very good. Very good. Nitin understood? RCM is getting applicable in the first case. If he's not paying at the rate of 12%, then RCM is applicable, na? So बच्चों is paying at the rate of 5%. Clear till here? Is it okay? अरे बोलो हाँ. So let us try to find बच्चों RCM. Okay, check. Again here they put 5%, 12%. Okay, ready? Chalo, no problem. In the following paras, we have explained as to who is liable to pay tax. ठीक है. GST बच्चों, what are we saying? At 5% RCM applicable? Tell me बच्चों. हाँ है ना? Are we going in the zone of RCM? Tell me. Don't write down anything else. Just pay attention. Not paid at 12%, so paid at 5% बच्चों. RCM. Recipient is one of the specified recipients. है ना? Recipient is one of the 7, है ना? Specified recipients. RCM applicable, tell me. Applicable. All of you follow till here, everybody tell me. So person liable to pay GST is such recipient. Whenever in doubt, watch this lecture again, okay? Nathan, anybody else? Okay, all of you. Whenever you want to quickly revise later on, है ना? Okay, everybody. So GTA rates, 2 rates, 5%, 12%. When should you take 5%? When you don't want to take ITC. When can you take 12%? When you want to also claim ITC. Okay. So RCM story will be there only if you're taking 5% rate without ITC. Yes, till here. Second stage now. Okay, you are paying tax at 5%. You are paying tax means tax is leviable at 5% without ITC. Now the recipient is bachcho one of the 7%. One of the 7%. Then bachcho, then the recipient has to pay on reverse charge. Hi Anna. Clear? All of you? All right. Ready everybody? Where were we? Second. Where GST is payable at the rate of 5%. Pay attention, pay attention. Recipient is other than specified recipients. Example, unregistered individual and consumer. Unregistered individual and consumer. They are saying it is exempt from GST. Good thing, na? When you are not providing services to business entity or when you are not providing services to the one of those 7 specified persons, no GST. Exempt from GST. Yes, still all of you? We will not levy GST on the transaction. Is it okay, everybody? Done or no? Can you go ahead? Now, tell me here. Where GST is payable at the rate of 12%. Whether RCM will come into picture? No. Here, RCM will come into picture at 5% and at 12%, RCM will not come into picture. Okay, everybody? Fine. Again, recipient is one of the specified recipients. One of the specified is RD. Also keep that in mind. One of the specified recipients is RD. है कि नहीं? Forward charge. So बच्चों, here GTA is a very big GTA, you can say, and he has lots of input tax credit. That's why he's going opting for 12% rate. So your GTA will charge the tax. Okay, everybody? The GTA bachcho will charge the tax. Okay? Forward charge. है कि नहीं? So person liable to pay GST is GTA. So not that tough. What did you check? 5%, 12%. After that, the next level, just check बच्चों specified person, not specified person. हाँ या ना?
Recording stopped.
Video is lagging, Nitin. 5% RCM, ITC नहीं मिलता. हाँ. GTA does not get the RCM. हाँ, correct.
Recording in progress.
When we have decided to opt under 12%, then RCM is not applicable and you claim the ITC. Okay? Is it okay? But, so basically, can I see GTA given to unregistered? Tell me. GTA. Now it is fine, I think. GTA बच्चों service given to unregistered is what? Exempt. Clear or no? He is not going to charge only बच्चों tax on the same. Clear all of you. So what is the advantage over here? Look at these examples now. For this, from the small GTA point of view, it is either RD or URD. From GTA point of view, बच्चों is either given to registered person or unregistered person. Normally, हाँ है ना everybody? Or any kind of factory or firm or company or business entity, isn't it? So if it is the recipient is business entity, then they will pay the tax. They will do all the compliances. Here, bachcho. And if it is again what? Not a business entity or unregistered person, then exempt also. Clear earlier? Done everybody? So diagram looks tough, but is not that much. Okay? Can we go to the next part? So first one bachcho was GTA. GTA bachcho, we obviously were discussing road transport only. है ना? So one of those 7 recipients, one of them important बच्चों RD, registered dealer, है ना? So if GTA is opting for 5%, then RCM. GTA is opting for 12%, no RCM. Clear? Nice. However, RCM shall not apply. Okay. So they have to give some exceptions, otherwise it doesn't make it very tasty or interesting. है ना बच्चों? RCM shall not apply to services provided by a GTA by way of transport of goods in a goods carriage by road. Okay. 2. 2 means what we are discussing, bachcho? Recipient of goods. So recipient of service, not goods. So recipient of service. ठीक है? You can call them as consignor. है ना? Whoever has used the service of GTA. A department, establishment of the CG, SG or UT. Government service. Okay, given to whom बच्चों? Government. Local authority or government agencies which has taken registration under CGST, which has taken registration under bachcho CGST. That means these departments are registered dealer. Are you getting my point or no? So basically an exemption has been made out of this category. In registered dealer, when a recipient is registered dealer, who are exempted? Government agencies are exempted from RCM. है ना? अरे हाँ या ना? Okay, so we just taken decision under CGST only for the purpose of TDS. Okay, only for the purpose of TDS under section 51, and not for making a taxable supply of goods or services. Okay, we have seen section, I think in section 24. Section 24. Remember section 24? Can anyone tell me what is section 24 quickly of GST? Very good. Compulsory registration. Over that we had seen or no? E-commerce operator TDS, TCS, or person liable to do TDS, person liable to collect TCS. They also have to register compulsorily. So here these government agencies, because of the TDS, TCS rules, they have to register. Clear to all of you? Like I said, when our syllabus is over, if you want, we do some more sessions from the CA final level also, just for the sake of knowledge. Okay, we can do that. Anyways, so these people are registered. These people are registered. Okay, everybody, but RCM not applicable. है ना? So can we go ahead, everybody? And not making us taxable supply goods or services. ठीक है. Ready? Next one. Interesting. Ready? बच्चों, please pay attention. Services by an individual advocate, including a senior advocate or a firm of advocates. Wow. Individual, including a senior as well as a firm, by way of legal services. So supplier, individual advocate, senior advocate, firm of advocates, lawyers. Obviously, they are going to give service of legal services only. Yes, Celia? Who is the recipient? Any business entity. That's why I was telling you many times. Who is the recipient, bacho? Any business entity. Any business entity. Okay? That means the recipient is doing business. Clear, Delia? If the recipient is bacho doing business, so obviously he will take legal services for what purpose normally? For legal purposes only. Legal problem. His business litigation. Getting my point or no? To sue a bacho buyer, he has not made payment, so you want to sue him. You took help of the legal of lawyers or advocates over here. Is it okay, everybody? So any business entity located in the taxable territory. Clear? Basically, here what I'm trying to tell you, advocate will give services to everybody at large, public also at large. So if he is given to any personal person, any private person, you understand? Any normal consultancy, personal consultancy, है ना? Family dispute, this dispute, that dispute, है ना? Over there, we are not talking about those cases here in RCM, है ना बच्चों? In fact, they are exempt, by the way, है ना? I told you, medicine, justice, or your judiciary services are exempt. Okay? Anyways, let's go ahead, everybody. Who the suppliers? At individual senior advocate firms. ठीक है, that's okay. चलो. Legal service means any service in relation to advice, consultancy, or assistance in any branch of law, any field of law, है ना? In any manner, and includes representational services before any court, tribunal, or authority. Did you understand the meaning of the last wordings? Representational services before any court means बच्चों obviously representing the client, है ना, in the court. That is बच्चों representational services. Even your chartered accountants बच्चों are allowed till ITAT level, income tax appellate tribunal, है ना, that you can go and represent the cases. Yes, all of you? Represent, you understand, na? Representing the client. Done, all of you? अरे हाँ या ना? The story is not that much only, but story is quite big. That is just the first, just a trailer. It is giving somewhere again then. Okay, I'll check it. Okay. Fine. All right. Yes, that is in exemption chapter. That time we'll do. No problem. चलेगा? So second you can write on your notebook, बच्चों. Okay, everybody. In a notebook somewhere you can write down as a practice. Second service notified under 9.3. Individual oblique senior advocate. Correct? Or firm. और बच्चों what? Firm of advocates. है ना everybody? Nitin, all okay, Nitin? And a service is given, obviously legal service. But the recipient is who, बच्चों? Recipient is business entity. Clear? So they are not burdened unnecessarily with the legal compliance of GST. है ना? The business entity बच्चों is as it is taking service for their businesses, so they can handle the compliances. Okay, everybody? Done? Tell me. Let's go ahead. Then, services supplied by an arbitral tribunal to a business entity. Arbitral tribunal. Again to a business entity. Okay. Now, those matters which may not be or should not be or could not be or don't want to be solved through court proceedings, that what you can solve through arbitration. So arbitration means what? It is again a effort for to reconcile the differences through a committee, a small committee of 2, 3, 5 advocates on a higher side, those who are retired. See, in the branch of law, we have formal process of going through the courts and properly file a court proceedings. You can say a complaint and all. So file a case, or there is something also called as Lok Adalat. Lok Adalat. It means what? Adalat means court. Lok means people. So people's court. The panchayat or people come together, they decide on their own mutually. And that is the law or that will be followed. And another between both of them, more professional and more authentic, more professional is arbitral tribunal. Okay, or arbitral court. Means what happens here? There is some retired judges are appointed, they are made together in a committee. And then they meet both the parties, and appellant and defendant, whoever have complained. And then they meet both of them. Then there is again common meeting also. So they try to solve the matter amicably. Basically adjust the matter. It is an official or a proper way of doing an outside court settlement. Clear to all of you? All of you okay? Tell me, understood? So the service is given to business entity. Okay. Then again RCM. Are they exempting? See, why are they not exempting this? Because the recipients are business entity. They are taking help for business purposes. Legal, the service is taken for business purposes. It is not exempt. Getting my point, everybody? It is not exempt. Just that tax is payable by the recipient. And service is provided by way of sponsorship to any body corporate or even a partnership firm. Sponsorship means what, bachcho? You must have seen this title sponsor, channel partner. What else you have? Media partner. They're all sponsors. Or best example, Filmfare. Manikchand, Raichand, L'Oreal, Filmfare Awards for, है ना? So basically, again, that is a sponsorship is a service given. Okay, that we will make advertisement for you. Isn't it, everybody? The service is provided by way of sponsorship to any body, corporate, or firm. Again, RCM. Done till here. So who is the recipient, बच्चों? Body corporate. Body corporate बच्चों covers everybody ना, any legal entity including LLP, and they have also taken purpose within partnership firm, because partnership firm is not a body corporate, but partnership firm is doing business now. Okay, everybody. So I'll just say sponsorer, है ना, sponsorer to a body corporate or a firm. Done till here, all of you? Done? Then fifth one. Services supplied by the central government, state government, UT, or local authority, okay, to business entity. Services supplied by licenses, giving बच्चों some space or area of government on the rent, है ना, giving any kind of certifications, all the fees बच्चों, है ना. तो services provided by the government. So government is not going to issue an invoice, levy tax, and give the money to themselves. So majority of the cases, for the majority of the cases, okay, whenever the services are provided to business entity, the business entity will charge RCM as well as pay the tax on the same. They will do all the compliance. They means who? The business entities. Clear till here, all of you? Yes? Fine? Check. So services supplied by CG, SG, UT, or local authority to a business entity. Okay? Excluding means RCM is not applicable on this. Renting of immovable property. Okay? These are all your government authorities, na? Government entities. Services specified below. Services by Department of Posts. By way of speed post, express parcel post, life insurance, and agency life insurance and agency services by the Department of Post. Okay? And agency services provided to a person other than CG, SG, or UT or local authority. Then services in relation to an aircraft or a vessel. Vessel means ship. Again, some kind of licenses, approvals. Okay. Service in relation to an aircraft or a vessel inside or outside the precincts. Precincts means what, bachcho? Area. Precincts means what, bachcho? Area of a port. Port obviously for ship, or an airport. Government services, huh? Your air traffic control or whatever services they are giving. And transport of, who is giving the service? Transport of goods or passengers. Okay, check here. So renting of immovable property to business entity. Tell me, will there be RCM? No. Can't tell you. Then service by Department of Post. All these services, है ना? No RCM. And service which in relation to an aircraft or a vessel near the area of the port or the airport, no RCM. And transport of goods or passengers, again bachcho on this, no RCM. All right, we'll see some examples. Just a minute.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Let's check some questions, but everybody ready? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll deal with that. We'll deal. State the person liable to pay GST in the following independent cases, provided recipient is located in the taxable territory. Okay. Service provided by an arbitral tribunal to an business entity. First of all, tax applicable? Yes, it is taxable. Who will bachcho pay the tax? Under RCM. Yes, Celia? Second we saw. Second question. Sponsorship services by a company to an individual. RCM not applicable. Why? Who has to be recipient of sponsorship services? Either a body, we have written that now, some time back. Either a body corporate or a partnership firm. No problem, Nitin. Ready, everybody? Renting of immovable property service provided by CG to a registered business entity. Was RCM applicable on it? No. RCM was not applicable, na bachcho? So let us check the answer. First one, arbitral tribunal to business entity located in a taxable territory payable under RCM. So the recipient bachcho will pay the tax. Sponsorship service is provided by any person to any body corporate or partnership firm located in taxable territory. Since the given services have been provided to an individual, RCM bachcho not applicable. So again, the supplier company will pay tax. RCM is applicable. What are they then? Achha. GST on services supplied by CG, SG or UT by way of renting of immovable property to a person registered under CGST is payable under reverse charge. Therefore, in the given case, GST is payable in reverse charge by the recipient registered business entity. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just quickly check. Here we don't have. Okay, wait. Excluding service supplied by. Okay. Let me cover this again, okay? I'll check the examples. This is process right below. Just a minute. Okay. I'll have to take help of my notebooks. Hold on, bachcho. Some wordings have gone wrong. Just a minute. Huh? हाँ ठीक है नितिन. It is forward charge only, not reverse charge. They have missed something. There is some problem in the answer. No, it is forward charge only. Renting of real property is forward charge only. Okay. ठीक है, I'll check that answer. There may be some again issue. I'll check that. It is forward charge. ठीक है. There seems some answer issue with the answer. Okay. So if you want, I'll give you one small table in the notebook. Write down that. Write down for RCM. Ready? The service is by CG, SG, UT, or even your local authority. Fine till here? First one on the year, left hand side, postal service. Then relating to aircraft or vessel. Then transportation. Goods or passengers. And other services. Postal services, what do we have here? First one, speed post, express parcel post, express parcel post, life insurance, and lastly agency services. Agency services. Done till here, all of you? Over here, write down other services to business entity. This is your this up to your first three. Write down forward charge. This is your forward charge. And here again make some points over here and leave it temporarily leave it blank. Temporarily leave it blank after that. Okay. But leave around 7-8 lines after this. Okay. It is forward charge only what we are discussing. Alright, everybody. Done till here? Everybody? Okay. So we'll be doing questions, we'll be doing again. Out of that chapter also we'll be doing again. Is reference will come again in the chapter of exemptions. Okay. Just for a minute, just we'll quickly check the definition of business entity. Okay. Everybody. Do we have or no here business entity? No. ठीक है. Okay. Sorry. ठीक है. No problem. ठीक है. Business entity but we are taking it as commercial entity only. Okay. The one doing business. Fine. Shall we take one more? Next one. Ready? Then 5A, 5B. Services supplied by government, state government, UT and all of that. By way of renting of immovable property to a registered person. In 5 बच्चों what we had? Business entity ना बच्चों. Okay everybody? Here we have having who? Registered person. Okay. Again RCM applicable. But what is service? Renting of immovable property. Fine. To a registered person. Fine. Registered under CGST Act. Fine. No problem. 5B. Service supplied by any person. By way of transfer of development rights, TDR or FSI. Okay. For a construction of a project by a promoter. Who is the supplier? Any person. What is supplying? To the promoter. What? Promoter means which promoter we are discussing now, bachcho? But promoter of a real estate project. Have you heard of TDR? Transferable development rights. I think we have discussed that somewhere in income tax. No? Check. Pay attention. FSI, bachcho, generally is, let us say, I'm just again giving you example, okay? If the FSI is 1:1, okay, it depends on again area to area, okay, 1:1. Just for the sake of example, that means, just for the again sake of example, if my land is of 1000 square feet, okay, I can construct on it. If my land area is 1000 square feet, I can construct on it 1000 square feet construction I can do. Clear to all of you? If it is 1:2, if it is what, bachcho? 1:2. That means on a piece of 1000 square feet land, I can construct up to 2000. No. 2000. 2000 square feet. Okay, everybody? More. Yeah. So it depends again from area to area, that how tall you can go, or how much of construction you can do. That depends on the area of the land. Clearly, all of you. Now here, if at all, if in a particular area the FSI is 1:2, for example, the FSI is 1:2, but a person has built only considered only 1,000 square feet. His land is of 1,000 and he has considered also but only 1,000. Clearly here, he has some more authority or no to construct another 1,000 square feet. Are you getting my point or no? Let us say in a particular area, the FSI is 1:2. Okay, a person has 1,000 square feet land and he has considered 1,000 square feet only. So he has extra. He has one more 1,000 square feet available with him. This can be sold. This can be sold. Especially where it is sold in city areas, where the builder has very limited piece of land, but he can go bacho taller and taller. Hi and everybody. Okay, that is possible only if he buys now. So as per his regular FSI, let us say he could have considered only up to here. Okay, but if he wants to construct more, he'll have to buy that TDR from somewhere else. Are you getting my point or no? That TDR can also be sold बच्चों. Clear लिया? अरे बोलो हाँ. खुशबू understood? मानसी, इंद्रजीत, अक्षय. ठीक है? So if you're transferring बच्चों this TDR, then long-term lease of land, 30 years or more, by any person against consideration in form of upfront amount called premium, salami, whatever may be the amount, and for a periodic rent for construction of a project by a promoter. So long-term lease बच्चों 30 years or more, RCM applicable. What are important that we will understand, that we will highlight obviously. Service by a director of a company to the said company. Service provider, director, service recipient, company. Yes, again I hope remember income tax also has its implication of 194J, है ना? So RCM applicable here. Done. बच्चों director can be a director in many companies, at least more than one company. Okay, up to 20 companies बच्चों he can be a director. So he is not going to every time, every quarter or every yearly make his own invoice. Okay everybody, the recipient is going to what? Get all the compliances done. Recipient means who? The company. All right. Services by an insurance agent to any person carrying on insurance businesses. Now LIC बच्चों themselves may have thousands and lakhs of insurance agents. LIC company, है ना? So what is service given here? What service बच्चों are we talking about? Between insurance company and insurance agent बच्चों? Isn't that agency services? इंश्योरेंस एजेंट क्या रजिस्टर्ड कंपनी का ही होना चाहिए? Any registered business, any person carrying on insurance business, it is in a way, in this example, agency principal example or no? Agent is provided service on behalf of principal. Who's the principal here? Insurance company or insurance business. Now insurance business or insurance business company may have hundreds and thousands of agents. So all those agents are not going to separately do the compliances. Okay. For what amount? For the commission paid. है ना? So service is supplied by an insurance agent to any person carrying on insurance business. Na? So service is from agent to insurance company or insurance business. Clear till here? Star mark this also. Star mark next one also. Because this had a reference in one of the examples. Service is supplied by a recovery agent. By a recovery agent to a bank. है ना? Recovery agent you understand ना? वसूली भाई. Yes? हाँ. So recovery agent to banking company or financial institution or even an NBFC. Okay? Or even an NBFC. Keep that in mind. Again RCM applicable. Again a bank may have many recovery agencies or recovery agents. So again here The services of agency only. Agent to principal. Who is the principal but now your bank? Clear? On that RCM applicable. Next one. Again, famous. Supply of services by a music composer, photographer or artist of the like or the like means similar. You can say artists by way of transfer or permitting the use or enjoyment of a copyright. Okay, or enjoyment of a copyright. You're basically transferring the use, no? So services of use of the intellectual property. Okay, everybody. Relating to original dramatic, musical, or artistic works to a music company or a producer or the like. Who are the service providers? These people: music composer, photographer, and similar artist. Who is the service recipient? Music company and producers. But what is the service? Giving them the right to use their intellectual property. Alright, Leo? So the music producer companies will do the RCM, taxability on RCM basis. Done till all of you? Done? Chalo. Same thing. Author to publisher. है ना? Services, supply of services by an author by your transfer or permitting the use or enjoyment of a copyright. है ना? Related to original literary works to a publisher. Who will pay the tax, बच्चों? Publisher. Done. Check. However, an author can choose to pay tax under forward charge if he has taken registration under CGST and filed a declaration in the prescribed form that he exercises the option to pay CGST on the said service under forward charge and to comply with all the provisions as they apply to a person liable to pay the tax. And he shall not withdraw the said option within a period of 1 year from the date of exercising such option. So can time pass. So he's allowed for forward charge, but he'll have to stick to it for at least 1 year. He makes a declaration on the invoice issued by him in the prescribed form to the publisher. So he'll clear cut mention that on the invoice that I have opted for a forward charge mechanism. I will collect the taxes. Clear? Otherwise, the publisher will have to pay the taxes under RCM. Clear? Done? Supply of service by the members of overseeing committee to RBI. Again, some banking rules, regulations, banking transaction or banking services. Okay. Members of overseeing committee to RBI. Reverse charge. RBI will pay the tax. Then, services supplied by individual direct selling agents. Wow. Our favorite topic, bachcho. Have you heard this word before? Individual direct selling agents other than body corporate partnership or LLP firm. Direct selling agents, not underwriter. They are bachcho your in a way. Now check who are the service recipients but to a bank or NBFC. Banks bachcho have their, in a simple language I'll say, you can register policy or loan, the one who sells the loans of a bank, the one who sells the loan of a bank. These are agents bachcho. Okay, they are, let's talk about an individual. He has a kind of a code or registration with 10 to 20 banks. With every bank he has his own code or a registration as an individual. Now what he will do is he'll go to various places, various people, and he will keep on calling and ask whether you need loan, unsecured loan, secured loan, home loan, this and loan, that loan, okay, personal loan, okay. His work is what? To get the loan passed. And he'll try to maybe get the loan passed from any of the banks. Yes, Celia? Now, because he bought the customer to the bank, the bank is going to pay him what? Commission. Simple or no? Understood? So the customer got the loan from the bank only. The customer got the loan from bank only, but the agent got the customer. No? Clear here? So now here, bachcho, bank is going to pay commission to the agent. That is, he is a direct selling agent. Clear? So in this case also, bachcho, commission will be paid by bank to the agent. Bank, bachcho, will pay the taxes on the same under RCM. The agent will not pay the taxes. Clearly, all of you? But again, that agent has to be compulsorily an individual agent. Understood? If he is doing this business on a big scale means what? He has incorporated a partnership for this, or LLP, or company. Then bachcho, no, then no RCM. Then forward charge mechanism. Did you understand or no, everybody? हाँ या ना? Everyone okay till here? Pakka na? Simple? This was simple? This individual, so that's why I'm telling you, the small taxpayers, they are exempted from forward charge mechanism. Then, service provided by a business facilitator to a banking company. Business facilitator, bachcho, this term we had in PGBP, I think, or somewhere. Yes, we had in income tax. Again, he's the same person, bachcho, he gets business for the bank, but from a rural area. Or he is again an agent or a communication between the bank and the customer. Okay? Fine till here? So again, RCM, no problem. 13. Service provided by an agent of business correspondent to the business correspondent. Okay, ठीक है, fine. So who is the service recipient? The business correspondent. Done, everybody? Security services. Security services. Ready, bachcho? Services provided by way of supply of security personnel, that is okay. Provided to a registered person. Look at the supplier. Any person other than a body corporate. Important. Other than a body corporate. Firm, individual. हाँ या ना? But recipient, registered person. Okay, everybody? Recipient बच्चों what? Registered person. Done, all of you? However, nothing contained in this entry shall apply to a department or establishment of government or CG, SG, UT or local authority or governmental agencies which has taken the certification only for the purpose of TDS or TCS and not paying any taxable supply. Okay? Or a registered person paying tax under composition. Okay? So again, supplier and recipient, है ना? Recipient was बच्चों any registered person ना, check. Any registered person ना, हाँ है ना? Sorry, any registered person. Sorry. Exceptions were what? I'm writing a government agency. Government, I'm writing government and government agency. Those three of them, na, category. And second, बच्चों, composition dealer. In these two cases, RCM will not apply. Forward charge mechanism. Here, बच्चों, RCM. Okay, clear all of you? है ना? Basically, we don't put compliances generally on the government department. Okay, everybody? Then everybody, can we go ahead? This was security personnel, no? But other than a body corporate. This, bachcho, in a way, this falls in the category of labor supply, by the way, okay? Security service is nothing but labor supply only. You are giving, है ना? That security, this agency services, remember or no? At a housing society, but there are lots of security agents appointed at a security agents at a cooperative society, है ना? So these business are generally done by individual as a proprietor or a firm, है ना? On a regular scale, I'm saying on a regular scale. Done all of you? So let's go ahead everybody. Services provided by way of renting of any motor vehicle designed to carry passengers where the cost of fuel is included in the consideration charged from the service recipient but provided to a body corporate. Your commercial vehicle or commercial purpose vehicle, okay, means what? Let us, just for the sake of example, there is a tourist agency, you understand much? Have you heard of this? Tours and travels. And there is a company. Company bachcho tells the tourist guy, the tours guy, that tomorrow we want to visit to Mumbai. We have a visit in Mumbai. We have an official visit in Mumbai. Okay, so he says, he gives him direct figure, 3,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees, bachcho. Hi Anna. Or you want to get to go to airport. What is the final amount? Fixed amount. Okay. So the amount includes the cost of fuel. है ना? Where the cost of fuel is included in the consideration. The only difference is what, bachcho? It is provided to a body corporate. Okay, everybody? A body corporate. Check. Who is the recipient? Any body corporate. है ना? Located in the taxable territory. That is in India. And who is the service supplier? Any person other than a body corporate. Other than a body corporate. Individual, firm, maximum. That's it. है ना? Who supplies service to a body corporate and doesn't issue an invoice charging 12%. The 6% means what, bachcho? 12%. Doesn't charge 12%. Wake? Then RCM applicable. Same logic, tell me. If there was lower tax, was there bachcho RCM on lower tax? Bachcho, है ना? Do you remember this table? Which one? This one, GTA. Where was RCM? 5% or 12%? Lower, na bachcho? So let us, I think they have given that example also of motor car here. Person liable, okay, let's do it. Everybody, same example is it, check, okay, we'll do it. Person liable to pay GST on renting of motor vehicle service, of renting of motor vehicle service. If there are, I think, some examples of Zoom cars, I think, I'm not sure. Zoom cars. Which cars we have? Again, as in, there is an example, they give you car on rent. There are Zoom cars, something like that. If I write Zoom car, I think I should get their competitors also. You have not heard of Zoom cars. I think that logic, not logic, but that self-drive rental cars. Okay, self-drive. There is miles also. Take a drive yourself. Oops, drive yourself. Okay. Did you understand or no? That means you're taking the car on rent. Car on rent. Yes, we used to take cycle in school days on rent. Now, but you can take car on rent. Okay, everybody. Anyways, so here now their charges, bachcho. If I talk about Zoom cars or something like that, it includes per day charges and petrol diesel is yours. Petrol, diesel is yours. You go to Goa, take a Activa or a car on rent. They charge rent for the vehicle. They don't fill petrol for you, everyone over there. Hi, Anna, everybody. Understood or no? Okay. If you take a Activa, 700 800 rupees per day. If you go to Himalaya, Jammu Kashmir somewhere, you take a bullet, 1500 2000 rupees per day rent. Okay, just rent. Petrol, diesel, you have to put it by yourself. Clear? Is that example we are doing here? No. That example which we are not doing here. Okay. Why? Because consideration includes the cost of fuel. Understood or no? Which examples? I want to go to bachcho what? Airport. Tell me amount. है ना, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, whatever. If you're in Bangalore, then 1000 rupees minimum. Okay. The service by way of renting of any motor vehicle designed to carry passengers where the cost of fuel is included in the consideration charged from the service recipient. But they will be taxable again at two rates, 5%, 12%. 5% बच्चों without ITC, है ना? Sorry, or there is I think a limited ITC only. And 12% बच्चों, you can take all the ITC, okay? No restriction on availing ITC. Fine till here? So, your RCM can come into picture, है ना? Can you see the color? So where the person liable to pay tax is opting for 5%. Supplier is other than body corporate. Means what बच्चों? Individual, firm, हाँ है ना? छोटू मोटू. Clear? Recipient is a body corporate. This matching should happen. Recipient is a body corporate. Not even an individual. Recipient बच्चों. That means if it is individual to individual बच्चों, it will go in this category. हाँ है ना? अरे हाँ या ना? Okay? That's what the matching should happen. The category of supplier and the category of recipient should match. What is the category of supplier? First of all, tax rate 5%. Second, supplier is other than body corporate. Third, recipient is body corporate. Then बच्चों RCM. These three conditions should be satisfied. 5% tax, supplier is other than body corporate, recipient is body corporate. अरे हाँ, then RCM is applicable. Right or no? Everybody? Now, apart from that, anywhere, any other combo, it is forward charge. Everyone okay or no? Oh, nalayako. So this and this, oops, this one, not this. So 5% and supplier is body corporate and recipient is supplier is not a body corporate and recipient is बच्चों body corporate. Those three conditions satisfied, only then RCM is applicable. Okay. Indrajit, Mansi, Khushbu, Nitin, Akshay. Tell me all of you. So let me give you an example. If ABC Limited gives a motor vehicle, yes, chaliye, to an individual, okay, and again same example I'm talking about, that the cost of fuel is included in the consideration. Forward charge or reverse charge? Bolo. Very good. It is forward charge. Why? Supplier is बच्चों body corporate. Just till here, we'll take the same example. चलेगा? ABC Limited motor vehicle to XYZ Limited. Forward charge. I hope you this is okay. हाँ या ना? Then individual motor vehicle to individual. Tell me all of you. It is forward charge. Very good. So what I was telling you, only if these conditions satisfied. What conditions satisfied? That. Okay. I have not even complicated things with 5% and 12%. Okay. Even if I write down here 5%. Okay. All of them are at 5% ITC. Okay. 5%. Sorry. Output tax. Okay, everybody. So now here I'm writing बच्चों individual. He has given his motor vehicle to, let us say, MNO Limited, then RCM. Clear till here? 12% तो बच्चों by default just close your eyes and write forward charge. हाँ या ना? Everybody okay till here? यार बोलो हाँ. Can you see in this table anywhere when you go from 12%? Is it possible to reach RCM बच्चों? Impossible. If you want, you can write down this example, okay? Just near that or around, whatever. So at the rate of 12%, forward charge only. So only this one is your unique. Highlight it. So what conditions I told you, Nitin? That the tax should be the supplier of service, supplier has opted for 5% tax with limited ITC. The supplier is not a body corporate and the recipient is a body corporate. These three things, conditions satisfied, then RCM applicable. Now body corporate, that much you understand, na? Write down much examples.
Recording stopped.
Done everybody? बोलो. ठीक है? Done everybody?
Recording in progress.
Let us finish that table and we'll come to more explanations if required. So GTA and motor vehicle are on a similar lines only. है ना? But for GTA, the recipients was what, बच्चों? Those 7 people. Out of that 7 people was everything included over there. And who was the supplier? Obviously, supplier is a registered person only, na, under GST. Okay, everybody? अरे हाँ या ना? Done? And services of lending of securities under securities lending scheme. Okay, forget it. Of SEBI. Huh. So who is the service provider? Lender. That is the person who deposits securities registered in his name. In his name, in the name of any other person duly authorized on his behalf with an approved intermediary for the purpose of lending under the scheme of SEBI. And the service recipient, the borrower बच्चों is going to pay the RCM. ठीक है? The following बच्चों services is also notified by state notification under reverse charge for IGST purposes. Any service, pay attention, supplied by any person who is located in non-taxable territory outside India, service supplied by outside India to any person other than non-taxable online recipient. The concept of non-taxable online recipient, wow, beti, is located in taxable territory in India. Thus, in case of import of service, tax is payable by person importing such service. IGST, है ना, reverse charge basis. अच्छा, there we have just your another examples. ठीक है? So this gets over here. ठीक है? So import of services बच्चों taxable. So the recipient has to pay the taxes, right? Done till all of you? Taxable remuneration paid to director. On salary, GST is applicable. Where that exemption was given, or how did you arrive at that conclusion, bachcho? Anybody? That was because of, but was it given in your schedule 3? Schedule 3, na? It is not a supply of goods, not a supply of service, so not a supply. Yes, children, all of you. So taxability remuneration paid to a director. Pay attention. In order to determine the liability of tax on the remuneration paid to directors, we must be first ascertain whether the director is an employee or not. Okay? Two following cases we have to look into. Service provided by the independent directors. Means those they are not full-time directors. They are not full-time directors of the company. Hai na bachcho? Independent directors are not employees of the company. Okay? So those directors or by whatever name called, who are not employees of the company. Okay? And they get what? Bachcho? Remuneration, director sitting fees for the service are clearly outside the scope of Schedule 3. Means independent director bachcho is not an employee of the company. So they are outside the Schedule 3 means it is taxable. It is a supplier then, and are therefore taxable. So it is taxable in the hands of company on reverse charge basis. But if the director is an employee by whatever name called, then bachcho what? Next step would be to examine, check whether all activities performed by director are in the course of employer-employee relationship or not. है ना? That is, it is contract of service and not contract for service. Okay? Contract of service means doing the job, doing the work. There is an employer-employee relationship. Okay? Contract for service means is he a management consultant? Is he that kind of, you can say, agent, or you can say a representative? Already clear? Like a principal agency relationship. है ना? So if he is employer-employee, then again Schedule 3 gets attracted, no GST. Okay, everybody? Another just example they have given you, check here. The director's remuneration, which are declared as salaries and done TDS under 192. Understand? Now little bit understand. Director, let us say, are of two types. Chalega? Let me just use some example. Whole time directors and let us say independent directors. Okay? Now by whatever name you call them, let us say you pay them here salaries, and here but you pay them director sitting fees. But look at the TDS point of view. This is done under 192 and this is done under 194J. Clear cut. We understand that GST here is not applicable, but GST here is applicable, that also on RCM. You can write down here. You can write down the full forms whatever I have mentioned in short. Okay, write down this. Directors. Two things. Again, just for the sake of understanding, there can be other ways also of understanding that whether GST will be there or not there. They may make a question out of this, na? So you have to understand that not every director by default RCM will be there. Okay.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Not all of you? Okay. Tax payable by ECO on notified services. basically that duty responsibility is removed from small vendors and put at one single party. Okay, so they are making that one big party responsible for all the different multiple vendors which may they have under them. Okay, electronic commerce operate e-commerce eco is any person who owns, operates, manages an electronic platform for supply of goods or services or both. You can add much there some examples. Amazon, Australia, Zomato. Then there was Urban Clap. Had you heard of Urban Clap? Urban Clap only, na? Make my trip. Or hotel.com or Trivago, something like that. Okay, that is okay. Sufficient. Done till here? Sometimes Eco itself supplies the goods or services displayed on its electronic portal. Yes, this used to happen a lot, and this today also happens a lot. Even if now, if you go to Amazon.com, Amazon.in, there was a have you heard of competition commission? Recently, they put 1,000 something, 12,000, I don't know. Competition Commission of India. Some 1,000 crore or something, some big figure they put on Google for making it disadvantageous for small players and all of that, using it to their own advantage. Yeah? The same Bachchu committee had also put an order against Amazon. Why? Because Amazon was also and is one of the biggest marketplace in India. And what Amazon used to do, you can see a black trick, you can say a cheap trick, that whichever products they have monopoly in online marketing, online market, whichever products used to be very much famous on Amazon, you know, from the different vendors, they were initially not manufacturing any products, bacho. Okay, so whichever products used to be manufactured or used to be very famous or number one or number two sales in that particular category, they used to make their own manufacturing of the same brand. Of the same brand means of the same product. Now they started manufacturing. Okay, there was I think one brand, Appario Retail, Appario, Appario. Now in Appario Retail, majority shareholding was of Amazon. And Appario Retail, but then every product you check, every product, then Amazon was selling through Appario Retail. Are you getting my point or no? So website of whom? Amazon. First seller also, vendor always who? Appario Retail for that particular products and all of that. That means their marketplace, and they are only always showcasing or highlighting themselves in the front. Yes, earlier. But anyways, but again, that's why now the Competition Commission said whichever product you list on Amazon which is under your control or any kind of relation, you have to over there write down your own brand, Amazon brand. I think so. They made some brand, Solimo or Zolimo something, Solimo, something we'll see like that. And then over there they write down Amazon Basics or Amazon brand. Understood? Anyways, but the thing is, the eco operator or the eco owner can also sell their own, sell themselves also directly. Okay, they may also sell on the platform now. Clear? However, many a times the products or services displayed on the electronic portal are actually supplied by some other person to the consumer. No problem about that. Are actually supplied by some other person to the consumer. Fine. Yes. So again, Zomato, but you order. So is Zomato, but is not giving you the service of food. Hai na? Zomato is just doing bacho pick up and delivery. Yes or no? So when a consumer places an order for a particular product service on this electronic portal, the actual supplier supplies the selected products or service to the consumer. The price or consideration for the product service is collected by the eco, the consumer, and passed on to the actual supplier after the deduction of commission by the eco. Simple till completely logical. Amazon, बच्चों हाँ या ना? This is how Amazon works. Or Myntra.com. or Nykaa, whatever. Yes, Celia? The government may, on the recommendations of the council, notify specific category of services, the tax on supplies of which shall be paid on, which shall be paid by eco, if such services are supplied through it. If such services are supplied through the eco, the tax which will be paid by eco. Few services have been so notified. For instance, service by way of transportation of passengers by radio taxi, motor cab, maxi cab, motorcycle. Give me example quickly. कर ले लिया. तो यार कंपल्सरी बच्चों टैक्स विल बी लेविड बाय if such services are supplied through it. So tax bachcho shall be paid by eco. Okay, everybody? Not by the supplier. Now, again, I hope you are understanding these small suppliers. Transportation of passenger. This is a service, a taxable service. Yes. Yes or no? But tax will be bachcho collected and paid by the operator, Ola and Uber. These drivers, no. Impossible to trace them, track them, and check everything. Right, Elia? This we had already seen. Okay. Check some rates. GST rates for some various goods. Again, for your information. 6 rates of CGST. Okay. Have been notified for rate notification of goods, that is 0.125%. So 0.125 means, and plus 0.125 means how much बच्चों? 0.25 ना? है ना? Correct? Then 1.5, 1.5, 3. 2.5. Total tax I'm talking about 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. है ना? Clear everybody? So similar over there. That's why IGST same thing, bachcho. What logic there? Same thing. Finally, yeah. This 0.25% and 3% a little bit different, unique. 5, 12, 18, 28. These are your common. Most common is 18, no doubt. Okay. And obviously certain goods are definitely bachcho exempted from tax. That we will see in the chapter of exemptions. Okay, everybody? Are हाँ. Again, services, total bachcho, total 1.5%, 5%, 7.5% is there, 12, 18 and 28. Again, bachcho, common is what? 18%. Again, some services like medical, legal, we have seen in some cases, bachcho, it was nil rate of tax. Fine, all of you. Done till here, everybody. Composition will take a little bit time. No problem. Ready? Let's just check some quick examples given here. Services of gambling, luxury or no? Or necessity? Luxury. है ना? Then admission, by way of admission to an entertainment event. Your, what will you say? Events, music events. है ना? Access to amusement facilities like casino, race club, or any sporting event such as IPL. Okay? Service provided by a race club by way of total asseter. Remember that we had discussed that in TDS chapter, I think, or somewhere we had discussed na totalizator. How many bets are put, winning, losing, and all of that. Or a license to the bookmaker in such a clip attract the highest rate of tax of 28% total. Number of services are subject to lower rate of tax 5% services. Example GTA, है ना, ठीक है. रेस्टोरेंट बच्चों 5% if they don't take any ITC, ठीक है. And generally other than them 18%, ठीक है. चलो, GST in real estate has been discussed in briefly. Again, questions may or may not be asked, but still let us quickly cover. चलेगा. GST rates in real estate sector. Ready? The effective rate of GST on real estate sector. First of all, we have discussed it is not applicable on GST is not applicable on immobile property. That's why I've been telling you 1,000 times. Ready-made property, no GST. So we are always discussing now about under construction. Okay. So the effective rate of GST on real estate sector for new projects by the promoters are as follows: 1% without ITC on construction of affordable houses. What are affordable houses? 0 to 2 is what, bachcho? Mumbai? Just a minute.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Affordable houses. Area is 60 square meter, 90, or I can say 90 square meters in non-metros. Metro 60, non-metro up to 90 kilometer or 90 square meters. And value also bachcho up to just 45 lakhs. If you are doing again promotion bachcho means for home, small houses, है ना. 5% without ITC is applicable on construction of all houses other than affordable houses. Okay, and other than residential premises, commercial apartments, shop, office, etc. है ना, in which the carpet area of commercial is not more than 15% of total carpet area of all apartments. ठीक है. Hmm. 5% without ITC. ठीक है. About tax rate shall be available subject to the following condition. ITC shall not be available in both the cases बच्चों. ITC is not available, है ना, but rate is less ना. This little bit we had a discussion that 80% of your input should be coming from registered person only, है ना? Yes or no? 80% of inputs or input services. Just look at the words over here. Inputs means goods. I don't know if I've written this or not before. And this what clearly means input services. So buying of bricks is goods, that is inputs, and an engineer or a architecture services, what bachcho he takes help, that is input services. Clear? So when they use the term only inputs, understand you have purchased goods, and input services तो obviously means it is inward services. Clear? अरे हाँ. Okay. So 80% of inputs and input services used in supplying the service shall be purchased from registered persons. And tell me bachcho what happens of the shortfall? That only 70% bachcho you could buy from registered, 30% from unregistered. Then what happens? What about 10%? On 10% RCM. Very good. Good. You guys are on correct track. Khushbu okay na, Akshay? All okay? Done till all of you? Is less than 80%, promoter has to pay GST on reverse charge at the rate of 18% on all such inward supplies to the extent short of 80%. Cement received from unregistered, compulsorily reverse charge. Oh my god. 28% reverse charge. Heavily बच्चों discouraged here, है ना? Heavily discouraged, do you understand? First of all RCM and plus 28%. Clear? Done till here? Come to Q&A. $3.62. Vivek Goel, an independent director of A to Z Private Limited, has received sitting fees of 1 lakh for attending the board meetings. Who is the person liable to pay tax in such case? The company. RCM is applicable. Correct, Leo? Raghu Associates provided sponsorships to We Win Cricket Academy LLP. It is a body corporate. It is a body corporate. So RCM applicable, बच्चों? अरे हाँ या ना? Tell me. So 2 and 3, बच्चों, we are saying what? RCM applicable. Let us see. Yes, Leo. बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट और इवन पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म, ठीक है. सर्विस प्रोवाइडेड बाय एनी पर्सन, ठीक है ना बच्चों? डन टिल योर. Your underline this also. LLP is considered as partnership form only, okay, even for this purpose. I to take it as body corporate, but here they are given you that explanation that it is to be considered as a partnership form. Fine till here, all of you? Safe Trans, a GTA, transported goods of Kapil and Company, a partnership firm, which is not registered under GST. Determine the person liable to pay tax. Now, first of all, GTA, okay, 5%. Yes, one of those 7 recipients are bachcho. Is the one of the 7 recipients a partnership firm? Tell me this. If answer is yes, then RCM. It is there. Bolo bachcho. All right. Whether registered or not, under any law, GST is liable to be paid by such partnership firm. कपिल शर्मा है क्या? अच्छा, हाँ. Kapil and Company is liable to pay GST. The recipient, no? This will have to do, that's why I'm saying this business entity, this consent is remaining. Legal fees is received by Sushrut and advocate from Tatva Trading Company having turnover of 50 lakhs in the preceding financial year. Who is the person liable to pay tax? Tatva Trading. Okay, RCM applicable, na? Business entity, बच्चों. Supplement advocate to any business entity, okay, is payable on reverse charge basis. Yes, Celia? Pay attention now. Next one is also a good example. 6th one. State a person liable to pay GST in the following independent cases, provided the recipient is located in the taxable territory. Service supplied by an insurance agent to the insurance company. RCM applicable? हाँ या ना? Service supplied by a recovery agent to a car dealer. RCM बच्चों? Not applicable. Not applicable. Not applicable. Why? Hey, no. वसूली भाई बच्चों does वसूली only for a bank, not for a car dealer. Okay, everybody? Got it, all of you? Therefore, forward charge mechanism is recovery agent. Security services. Services provided by way of supply of security personnel to a registered person. RCM? Correct, no? Only who are the exceptions? That government agencies and composition dealer, I think. Okay, so yes, no, yes. RCM बच्चों, yes, no, yes. ठीक है everybody? Done all of you? Section 10. ठीक है. Alright. These are all the questions right now, at least on RCM. Okay, all of you? चलेगा. Alright, everybody? Okay. So that was your session on RCM. Okay, next session which will take with what? Composition dealer. Okay, everybody? Alright. Forward charge, there is no concept, beta. I mean, there is no chapter for forward charge. Okay, reverse charge we have seen. Okay. Composition you have to do now. Yes, we'll do that in the next session. Okay.
Recording stopped.